So it sounds like we've got a consensus that certainly in developed markets, the home gateway or the set-top box is becoming more of a home gateway, which is one of the things you're going to have to do is manage all these different inputs in terms of different standards, etc. Now, of course, the other thing it's going to do is output to the home network as you know, the most important next development, you know, in terms of media. And isn't that where it's going to require standards? Because if you plug and play it and it doesn't, then that's a nightmare for somebody, be it the device provider, be it the home network provider, be it the pay TV provider who gets the blame even though it's not his device. Now we've got DLNA, but you know, is that enough? Is that sufficient? Where do you think we're going with the home?
We actually see the same issue in home networking as in a lot of other areas where there are fragmentation of standards. So, you know, you talk about DLNA, but there's also power line that you have to support. There's MoCA, and typically we're finding different standards in each continent that have to be supported. And the semiconductor company doesn't want to have to put 3 hardware blocks in. It increases their cost for no significant benefit. So there have to be ways of actually resolving this so that there's a cost-effective solution.
And from your point of view as designers, essentially it means more power in the processor, therefore more power consumption by the device, just to get around something that if there was one standard, you wouldn't need.
Yeah, I think ideally we would have a single standard.
And more cost, therefore.
Yeah, more power, more cost, more complications. Unfortunately, I think we'll never see one standard. I think in North America and parts of the world we'll standardize, we believe as a company, around G.HN, just because it'll go over power line, cable, and twisted pair. But there's no doubt MoCA will be there, power line will be there, particularly in Europe. And we'll need to accommodate all the standards. There's just no way around it. The hope is to narrow it down to a very few standards. The other thing that's very clear is wireless capability is going up. If you look at 802.11n, if you look at the 60 gigahertz work that's being done, it's fairly clear you'll be able to stream good video content through wireless as well. And so you're going to need to be able to cover all those options. So the job doesn't get easier, but hopefully we can narrow it down to a smaller number of standards. And you do need the boxes to interwork, and you do need the silicon providers' equipment to interwork, just because people are going to continue to choose from different vendors of both.
Tvika, I mean, you've got a lot of experience with wireless and with home networks in the broadband sense.
We definitely see the wireless as the best option to deliver content at home. We are able to send the wireless HD video at home without losing any packets today.
And what bandwidth are we talking?
I mean, this type of device, which is a wireless streamer that can be connected to any gateway at home, can send up to 30 megabit per second at home of wireless video. So, I mean, at a rate of 10 megabit per second of HD video, you can definitely support 3 set-top boxes with high definition at home.
Because that assumes somebody's sending 30 megabits to the home in the first place.
No, yeah. Yes.
You obviously don't live in the UK, but
no, not at the moment. But we definitely see one more important thing is both the cost of installation for the service provider. So coming, installing MoCA, testing it, it doesn't work every time. All this type of solution can create major cost for the service providers. And we know that installation time, even in the UK, for installing for Virgin, it's hours. It's 4 hours, 6 hours sending an installer to home if you want the complete home covered. And this is very, very expensive. And with the wireless devices, supporting the WPS standard, which is just pushing a button to set up the wireless network, you definitely can create the whole wireless environment immediately. And this means that you can ship the set-top box and just let the customer push the button, and this is very important, allowing him easy installation and secured wireless network, which gives video without any lost packets, and definitely create amazing usability for the customer without laying cables. Nobody wants more cables at home, right?
So as a consumer, plug and play with a you know, what, call center backup.
Yes, of course. Call center backup, also remote monitoring, so we can support him remotely, so we can see where is the problem. We manage the wireless network to find out if there is any problem, if there is any loss of packets, then we can interface with the remote server and notify it. And if needed, we can add another guy like this and create a mesh network that creates a stronger network, a larger network for larger houses. So this definitely covers all the possibilities to create a seamless usage. And you don't need to know anything. I mean, you don't need to know your SSID, try to look for the wireless network. Nothing, just push the button and it works.
Sounds fantastic. It hasn't been our experience and our customers' experience with wireless so far, but it sounds excellent. So far, at least in North America and for most of our customer base, people use existing wires, so they're able to use technology that uses those and get quality of service. And they occasionally have to go to wireless, but it tends to be one box, and we tend to have service problems with that one box. So it's interesting to learn more about what
We
you're
definitely
doing.
see a lot of doubts. I mean, I cannot say that
Yeah, I'd say
everybody says, okay,
skepticism
bring
is
the
the,
boxes, we are ready for that. No, there are doubts.
Yeah.
But we are creating the confidence, and we are doing a lot of tests and even some deployments with wireless. And I mean, feedback will come and is already coming that it is working.
And what about the consumer electronics manufacturers? I mean, are they fitting wireless receivers? I mean, do they take wireless distribution seriously in that sense?
I think we see it more and more. I mean, even Airtie's competitors are looking into wireless set-top boxes using designated chips. I mean, there are several chip companies that do designated wireless chips. The problem with those chips is they are usually not manufactured. We use standard hardware. So standard hardware is manufactured to many devices, lower cost. With the dedicated chips, usually the cost is more expensive. You may get the same quality, but you need to pay more. So definitely we see wireless is getting stronger and stronger just because the alternatives usually doesn't work, or I mean 50%.
Wireless, as far as security is concerned, the two almost seem incompatible.
Yeah.
In the same sentence almost.
It's keeping us busy, for sure. It's an area that is, as Vika's saying, it's increasingly important. Wireless networks are proliferating more. And if you look at the example of one of our customers alone, one pay TV operator, their biggest customer care cost comes from supporting multi-room installation problems. So one, making it easy is paramount, and if wireless is a great way of doing that, then good. But it's no use at all unless you can secure the content through that wireless transmission. And yeah, this is absolutely an area that we're working on.